Hello beautiful people, a very blessed day to you. This is Win Woman and I'm super excited today as always because I know a lot of you have come here from my Facebook page for the Girl Talk and Relationship or Dating series as I posted yesterday. We already started this series actually from the last video that I posted. So if you haven't seen that video, you better go check it out because it is amazing. So today, of course, as you can already see by the title, we're going to be discussing some tips to help you know if he is wasting your time, if the man in your life is wasting your time and he doesn't want any form of commitment and he's just there probably maybe to use you or whatever the case might be. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And just before we get into the video, I would like to welcome every single subscriber. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, because trust me girl, you do not want to miss any video from this series because it's going to be bomb. Okay, so if you haven't done that, of course, go ahead, subscribe now so you don't miss anything. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be giving 8 tips to know if a guy is wasting your time. Are you in a relationship and it feels like you're just stagnant, there's no progress, there's no growth in the relationship? Probably you've been in the relationship for years and it seems like nothing is happening. And I would never encourage any woman to be in a relationship without growth, except that is what you want. Maybe that's what you signed up for. You both agreed to have that kind of relationship. But then again, I still don't buy that idea. But if that is your choice, of course, feel free to go ahead and do that. But if you know you are in a relationship, you truly love someone, you truly love the guy, and you've been waiting for him to make some kind of commitment and he just isn't showing any signs of commitment at all, and you're beginning to feel like, is he wasting my time? Then this is the video for you. Okay, so if you're interested, kindly keep on watching. All right, darlings, so the first tip today out of the 8 that I'm going to list is that he never discusses commitment or growth with you. Okay, he doesn't make plans with you. There is no commitment whatsoever. And what do I say no plans? What do I mean by no plans or no commitments? That simply means there is no plan to hang out, no plan to go on dates. The only time that he hits you up is probably to hook up with you, and by hook up I mean like to have sex with you. Okay, so prior to that there is no time for anything else, and after that there is absolutely no time for anything else. So that is the major signal to know, okay, this guy doesn't really want anything serious to do with me. He's all here for the fun. That's if you are already giving him your body, okay, which is obviously wrong in the first place. That's like a total red flag. Okay, I do not support that. And if you're already doing that, I preached this already in one of my messages, you know, do not be a wife to your boyfriend. Okay, so if you're already living with him, you're already giving him your body, you're already cooking for him morning, afternoon and night and all that, you know, he only calls you, he only messages you when it's time to have sex with you. And before that time, there is absolutely no time for anything else. He's absolutely completely busy. And immediately after he gets what he wants, he goes back to being busy. There is no other commitment. There is no other form of planning with you. That is the first red flag to let you know, baby girl, you might be thinking of walking away. Okay, and when I say walking away, it's not because people cannot change or situations cannot change, but when you put together some of these, you know, reasons or some of this red flags that I'm going to be talking about today, it'll become very obvious that you shouldn't be wasting more of your time in that relationship. Okay, so the second tip for today is he is a master of excuses. Okay, when you even suggest maybe making plans or you suggest maybe some dates or some vacation together, he comes up with silly excuses to ruin it all, to avoid commitment. Maybe you make a plan because you know he's off work or he's in your city at this particular time, this particular weekend, and you know, you want you guys to hang out and do something fun other than, you know, having sex. And you make those plans maybe to travel somewhere, to see a movie, you know, to go out in public, but he comes up with one excuse or the other to make sure that there is nothing other than a sexual relationship with the both of you. That is the second red flag. He is a master of excuses upon excuses. Trust me, a man who really loves you, a man who really wants something more than just sex with you, would make out time to be with you, not just when he wants to satisfy his sexual desire, but also to do the things that you enjoy, to do the things that you love, and to make sure that your relationship grows. So if he's not committed to growth, if he's not committed to, commitment that would lead to growth in the relationship, those are obviously red flags that this guy is wasting my time. Okay, and as women, that's the one thing we shouldn't be playing with. We don't have all the time in the world. So once you see these flags, it might be time to walk away. Okay, so for number 3, there is no consistent return of calls or text messages. So this is one guy that you can send a message today and he replies you 3 days later, right? He does not consistently return your calls or your text messages. It's okay for someone to be busy, but then again, we all know that no matter how busy we get, we would always make time for people that matter to us. So when you send him, you put in the effort, and you maybe even send him a message or you call him and he doesn't pick up. Maybe your call goes to voicemail. He doesn't return that call in like 3 days, and when he does, it's so you guys can hook up to satisfy his sexual desire, his sexual urge. So that's another typical way to know he is wasting your time. I hope you're writing these down, because trust me, you don't want to forget, or you can just go back and play the video afresh. Okay, so number 4, he doesn't take you out in public. He doesn't introduce you to his circle. He doesn't introduce you to his friends. He doesn't introduce you to his family. Maybe you've been in a relationship for 3 years, 2 years, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, name it. I mean, and you do not know any single person who is associated with this guy. He doesn't take you out in public. He always comes up with excuses to not take you out in public. He always wants to stay in, or he wants to chill at your place. And he's like, oh, baby girl, why do we have to go out? I just want to be with you. It's about me and you. Let's get to know each other more. No, that is a very serious red flag. Okay, yeah, it's important to get to know each other, but after a certain amount of time in a relationship, it is absolutely normal for him to introduce you to his friends, his family. You know what? Men, when they love something, not just men, we as humans, when we love something, when we're proud of something, we want to show that thing off. We don't want to hide it. We don't want to keep it a secret. Okay, so if he is trying to keep you a secret, he's trying to prevent you from seeing his friends. He's trying to prevent you from, going out with him in public, so maybe people don't see you both together. Then he's wasting your time. He's not ready for a commitment. And don't go playing the card, or maybe he hasn't made up his mind, or this and that. No, when a man wants you, he wants you, and when he wants you, he goes hard for you. Okay, so don't get it confused, girl. All right, so number 5, mixed messages. Okay, so mixed messages means like inconsistency in communication. As I said before, it's also related. He sends you a message today, or you guys hook up today. You know already what I mean by hook up. And after he leaves, there is no communication until 1 month or 2 weeks later, when he wants to hook up with you again. Mixed messages, inconsistent communication. He doesn't call to know how you're doing. He doesn't call to check up on you. He only tries to care when he wants what he wants to satisfy himself. That is a very big red flag, girl. Like, that is a no-no, okay? Do not tolerate that. And then number 6, your intuition. This is the biggest one, ladies. Trust me. Once something is off, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether you're a mom, whatever, as humans, our intuition is our greatest tool. When your mind or your spirit or whatever you want to call it, oh, my mind is telling me this, my spirit is telling me this, always learn to trust your intuition. I'm not saying you should always go by what your mind tells you, but then again, put 2 and 2 together, and then with your intuition, come up, to a decision and act towards it. Do not ignore your intuition. Do not ignore, those doubts that you might have in your mind. There are some tiny things that you see. Maybe you both were just chilling a couple days ago, and you got to see a funny text message on his phone. and you didn't want to ask him about it just because you didn't want to bring up issues, and then you're seeing that he's acting shady, and your mind is telling you, seems like this guy is seeing someone else. Do not let go of that feeling, okay? And if it's gonna make you feel like you'll get, you're gonna explode, or you're gonna cause like a sin, you can simply talk to him about it. It's not being insecure. You're not married to this guy, so you need to know everything there is possible about this guy, because whatever you allow before the marriage is what will continue after the marriage. So I don't call that insecurity. I call it just, drawing the line and knowing what it is. Okay, so not just, don't base your actions only on your intuitions, as I've said. Okay, so when you see 2-3 of these red flags and your heart is also telling you something is off somehow, you might want to dig deeper, and you certainly find out that things aren't as they seem. Okay, and then number 7, he says he's not ready to commit because he's scared of getting his heart broken again. A typical playboy. Okay, so he says he's been in so many relationships. He gave his heart, he gave his time, he gave his soul, he gave his money, his resources, and now that he's met you, he's just not ready to commit. He just wants, a fun kind of open relationship, no commitment, no strings attached. Baby girl, you deserve someone who's ready and willing to commit to you, and someone who is scared of losing you, not someone who is scared of getting himself hurt by committing to you. Okay, so baby girl, if you're in this situation, you're dating a guy and he's like, oh, I don't want any commitment, I don't want anything serious, so many women have broken my heart in the past, that is no excuse. If he wants to be with you, he would commit to you, and he would make you know that he wants to be with you. You would not even have to question it. And then number 8, which is the final one, he continues to ask your opinion about other guys. Maybe if he ever takes you out in public, maybe once in a while, or maybe you're even seeing a movie and he's beginning to ask you, what do you think about this guy? I mean, don't you think he's cute or whatever? He's trying to ask you what you think about other guys because he doesn't care. That's a loophole. Like, okay, I mean, you're free to admire other guys, and I'm not saying that that's, there are some guys who do that once in a while, probably because they feel like they're secure. I personally don't see that as security. From what I understand, or from what I've experienced, jealousy in a relationship is a natural phenomenon. Too much of it isn't good, but at least in your relationship there should be a little bit of jealousy. If that doesn't exist anymore in your relationship, trust me, the emotions are dead and gone. So when a guy begins to ask you about other guys, how you see other guys, how you perceive other guys, oh, the guy that just passed, don't you like his perfume? Wow, what do you think about his perfume? What do you think about his hair? What do you think about his shoes? He's wanting to know your opinion about other guys when you're with him. Baby girl, he's simply letting you know it's okay for you to do anything else, because he's not committed to you. He's not wanting to hold you down. He's not wanting to wipe you up. So you're free to look anywhere, okay? And then I know I said it was 8 tips, but I'm gonna make it 9 with this final one. The very final way to know that a guy is wasting your time is the fact that you're watching this video right now. Yes, girl, I said it. If a man truly wants you, if a man truly desires you, and he wants to commit to you, you would not have to question it. You would not have to question his actions. You would not have to question his words. As I said in the previous video, if you could go back to watch that, the beginning of the Girl Talk series, you would not have to question his actions. You would not have to question his words, because they would all align. So the fact that you're over here now watching and taking notes on, actually, maybe this isn't like the first time you've been on YouTube, you've been on Google trying to search, how do I know if he's wasting my time? How do I know if he's just playing me? That is a sign, baby girl, that he's playing you. That is a sign that he's wasting your time. Okay, so after knowing all of these tips, it is now a matter of, is he wasting your time, or are you allowing him waste your time? Someone once told me a man would waste your time as long as you continue to allow him, because it's of no detriment to him. It's not detrimental to him. But as a woman, a man will waste your time as much as you continue to allow him. So after knowing all of these tips, baby girl, It is now a question of, as I said, is he wasting your time, or are you? Are you the one allowing him to waste your time? Okay, so I hope this video has been so helpful. If you feel like you loved the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, you can share it to your friends, your family, someone you might know who may need to see this video. And also, if you have any further tips to help other women, make sure you leave your opinions in the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe, as I said already. Until next time, stay blessed, guys. Ciao.